Hey guys, I hope everybody's doing amazing. So, guys, if you're somebody that needs the money to quit your job, then you need to be applying for these grants like you apply for jobs. Um, right now, for a limited time, guys, we have our masterclass on sale where you can join our masterclass Sunday, bit.ly/get funded grants for $23 for this grants masterclass. And we're going to be teaching you a lot about how to get in the hunt for grants and stay in the hunt because it's extremely important. And today we're going to be talking about a new grant that literally just dropped last night. Hold on. Let me share this into the different groups. And guys, you got to stay on top. You've got to stay on top of these grants like nobody's business, right? And so many people ignore these grants. So many people don't know that these grants exist. So many people just are in the dark or are not willing to do what it takes to really take advantage of this money that's literally being given away. Doesn't have to be paid back. You can use it and should be used for your business. So give me just a second. And you got to be patient with this learning process. Don't just give up because you apply for one grant and it doesn't work, or you apply for one grant and you don't win that one grant.
And we get that all the time. Apply for 3 grants and then say, well, what happened? You're going against sometimes thousands of people, hundreds of people. Hundreds of businesses want the same grant you want.
So, guys, let's talk about why grants are important and what we're going to be doing, guys, to help you out. Make sure Ursula tags everyone in the chat. So, for those of you who don't know who I am, my official title is Reverend Dr. Danielle Patterson Winningham. Most people call me Coach. I'm a former JP Morgan Chase Vice President, Master Life and Master Business Coach. My job, my goal is to help you get the money you need to leave your job. Do not get it. That day of I'm gonna go out here and build a business and I'm not gonna invest any money, but I'm gonna expect to make millions of dollars. That day is gone. You gotta understand that if you want to make money, you're gonna have to spend money. And what better way than spending somebody else's money? But you're gonna have to get off of that. uh it's just going to happen automatically. There's an education that you have to have in order for you to be able to see your way through. So first and foremost, understand that grants are a contest. You have to know what the criteria is in order to compete. Don't just give up on grants. Yes, there are a lot of scammers out there. There are a lot of scammers out there with everything. And today we're going to be talking about a brand new grant $200,000. They're giving away 20 $10,000 grants. So stay tuned. Don't just say, give me the link to the grant. You got to listen to some education, because it's the lack of education that is causing you to miss out on these grants. And we're going to be going through and giving you guys a ton of information. We lowered the price of the masterclass to $23. Go to bit.ly/getfundedgrants. Sign up for the masterclass for Sunday. If you miss it, there's going to be a replay. But guess what you have to do? You have to be knowledgeable about what you need to do in order to compete. So, Tiffany, you want to go ahead and briefly introduce yourself?
Hey guys, I'm Tiffany Mayfield. I am the founder of Start Her Capital, where with Start Her Capital, we help minority and women small businesses position themselves to receive startup capital such as grants, funding, sponsorship, and win business pitches.
And guys, there's so much capital available. I see people saying, oh Lord, bless me and my family. You've got to do the work. Let's talk about what is required. Because for every grant that is out there, right, these people want to know that you're going to take this money and move it forward in a decent way. This is not money for you to pay your light bill or your phone bill. This is money for you to invest into the technology, the marketing, the infrastructure, the payroll, the team that is mandatory. Somebody say mandatory, in order for you to have a business. And so many people are doing everything but, I don't know if you was able to catch Ursula to tag the comment. They're doing. And if you're serious, then you're probably putting in 2 to 3 grant applications a week. And if you want to know where to find those grant applications and where you're qualified, make sure you go to bit.ly/getfundedgrants. Sign up for our grants masterclass. The price is going to go up on Saturday. This is the early bird, but it's mandatory that you learn about these grants. So today there was just a grant announced on the 24th from Venmo. Does everybody know what Venmo is? If you don't know what Venmo is, say me. But the grant was announced from Venmo on, I think it was on the 24th. This is their third year giving away $200,000. How many of you have never applied for this grant? This will be my third year applying. How many of you have never applied for this grant? Go ahead and say me in the chat. So if you've never applied for this grant, it means a couple of things. Brenda is Get Funded Grants, bit.ly/Get Grants. If you've never applied for this grant, it means a couple of things. Number one, it means you're not in a that's talking about grants. You're not in a community that's talking about where do we go and get this money. Do you know that there are banks that will give you what's called a pledge loan, which is a $60,000 line of credit if you just let them hold $30,000 for 90 days? They will give you the money back and double the amount of money as a line of credit. There's so many ways and so much money that's being distributed out there that we don't have a clue about. And then we complain and say things like, I don't have the money for technology, or I don't have the money for this, I don't have the money for that. But the question becomes, are you doing the work? Because every money is energy. All money is energy. Does everybody know that? All money is energy. So in order for you to get this money, what energy are you putting out? Are you putting out energy to operate around people who talk about these grants? Are you putting in energy to learn what you need to say on these applications If you don't know, we can write the applications for you. But I want to be crystal clear that even if we write your applications, there's no guarantee you're going to win. Please don't get on the phone with us and say, write my grant, and when I win, I'll pay you. You don't go to Walmart and say, let me get my groceries, and after I eat, I'll pay you. You don't go to Macy's and say, let me wear this winter coat, and after I'm warm, I'll pay you. We've got to understand that there's a cost to doing business. If you don't want somebody to write it for you, we have classes where you can learn. But stop saying this money's not available, because every month we review millions of dollars in applications, and we literally have to beg people to apply. We literally have to beg people to apply. So who is this for? Number one, we changed the name of our group from business grants and funding for women business owners to business grants and funding for women working a job, because you got to understand that there is a transition. We were getting all of these people who were quote unquote entrepreneurs and did not want to invest a dollar in learning. And every education costs something. And I think if you haven't already gone out and bought this $23 ticket to the Grants Masterclass, then you are not serious about winning grants, because many people don't even know the basics. So who is this masterclass for? And Tiffany, if you could post the Venmo link in the comments. Working women who've heard about grants but never applied. How many of you have never applied for a grant below? Go ahead and say me. How many of you have never applied for a grant? I know hundreds of women who have never applied for a grant, or they've only applied once or twice. And we're talking millions of dollars that you're, and that, this is not even a, sometimes when I say millions, I think people think that we're embellishing, and it's not. There's literally this one demo grant is $200,000 they're giving away. So we're not embellishing at all. There are a ton, there's a ton of money they're giving away every month, every day, every week. And some of you guys have not applied at all. So who else is this for? And again, if you haven't registered for Sunday's masterclass, the price is going to go up. bit.ly/get funded grants. We're doing this introductory masterclass to show you the knowledge that you're missing out on. You've got to stop missing out on this knowledge if you really want to win. This is also for working women who are new in business and need to grow their business. Guys, there's so many of you here right now that need a coach. You need technology. You need automation. You need a team. Who's working your business while you're at work? Who's working your business while you're asleep? The biggest thing that you're going to need to free yourself from a job is help. And especially if you've not worked, if you've never built a business yourself, you're definitely going to need help. Now, I'm going to ask this, because another reason we're having this Grants Masterclass, if you are a working woman who is tired of spending money out of your own pocket, this masterclass is for you. I'm going to say that again for the cheap seat. If you are anybody, and that was my story, I spent so much money out of my own pocket that it was ridiculous, and I had no clue. I had no clue. Ask Marnie to tag because Ursula's tag ain't working either.
Okay.
I did it. Mine worked. No, mine went dark too. But I had no clue that this money was even out there. And in fact, when I started building my business, I don't think it was. So I didn't have the option that you guys have. If you are serious about building your business and quitting your job, you should be applying for grants like you apply for jobs. The more you know, the more your confidence is going to grow, the more you're going to understand what grants you're eligible for, the more you're going to understand how to find grants. You need me to send you the link, baby?
No, my computer is acting crazy. I have the link. It's my computer. It's not you.
So, that's the more thing. The more you know, the more qualified you're going to be, the more eligible you're going to be, and the more you're going to win. And that's the difference between the people that win and the people that don't. And you have to educate yourself, because if not, you're going to miss out. Who else is this for? Working women who have applied for grants but been denied. I'm going to say it again for the cheap seats. Working women who have applied for grants and been denied. If you have applied for grants before and not gotten approved, go ahead and say me in the chat. As a matter of fact, I want to know exactly how many grants you've applied for. I'm going to put the link to the Venmo grant in the chat. I think Tiffany's having technical difficulties, but if you check the chat on Facebook, you'll see the link. And so many people are hesitant to even show up to reap these benefits, but you show up for everything else. So if you applied before and you did not win, what did you do to educate yourself so that going forward, you will not continue to try and not win? Now, you're not going to win every grant. I don't want you to have that expectation that you're just going to win every grant, because you're not. I can see you, babe. You're not going to win every single grant. But if you're not applying consistently, then you're not going to win at all. And so everybody needs to have that expectation that, hey, I'm going to apply on a consistent basis so that I can give myself a fighting chance. One of the things you're going to receive when you register for the Grants Masterclass is our Jumpstart list of grants that you can apply for right now. So go to bit.ly/get funded grants and apply for that masterclass so you can get those lists of grants. It's not as hard as you think. It's not. Here's the big thing you're going to learn and who this is for. I see so many women, and it frustrates me a little bit because we've created this group of over 5,000 women where we consistently share information. We consistently get them info, grants, and they still come in and say things like, I think grants are real. No, what's not real is your commitment. What's not real is your education. You're misjudging grants based on rumor and conjecture and lack of knowledge. And the Bible clearly says, my people fail for lack of knowledge. And so go ahead, Tiffany.
Trophenia says she's applied for Alice grants and many others, and she doesn't know why she doesn't win. Maybe it's how she's answering the questions. She
Well,
says
baby,
she does
that's
need
the
help.
meat of having to learn what to say. You know, it's almost like a job application. If you keep applying for a job and you're not getting selected, at some point you hire a resume writer because not getting the job is not an option. And if you don't want to hire a resume writer, then maybe you go and you take a class on how to write a resume, or you take a class on how to interview. See, again, I'm one of the guys that I'm not going to keep doing the same thing over and over and not getting a result. I come, whatever game I come to win. And if that means I got to go to school, take a class, whatever I need to do in order to win, that's what I'm going to do. And if you're not that committed to winning yourself, then you got to ask yourself, how can I expect to win? If I'm not even committed enough to take, well, what am I going to learn for $23? Baby, if I show up and teach you one thing about a grant that could potentially help you win $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, it's worth your $23. Stop being so afraid to invest in this that you don't. So what we're going to talk about on Sunday, you're going to learn the difference between profit and nonprofit grants. I promise you it's going to blow your mind. I've had people come back to me and say, man, I didn't know it was going to be that easy. Yeah, if you know what you're talking about. Remember, grants are a contest. So it is you against other business owners. So we're going to be talking about Sunday, how do you set yourself apart so that you can be heads and shoulders among these other business owners. If you've already got your ticket, go ahead and say me. I just want to make sure that the people today are listening and taking action. If you plan on getting your ticket, say me. I want to make sure that I'm spending my time with people who know that they need to grow. So I'm looking for individuals that are not going to just sit on the sideline Everything you need to know is on the page. The class starts at 6:30 p.m. If you missed it, there are replays. bit.ly/getfundedgrants. Again, I'm looking for people who want this. If I give you a link, go look, go read, go see what it say. Go see if it's for you. We're going to be talking about the top reasons that business owners miss out on grants. Everything from not applying to saying the wrong things. We're going to talk about what you can expect in the grant process. Too many people are lying to you guys that you're going to be able to give them $200 or $300 to apply for a grant and that you're guaranteed to win. Y'all, we're going to be talking about how to spot a scam so you don't fall victim, but there's real money out there. If you look in the link, we post the link to the Venmo grant. You have until August to complete that grant application. Is it important enough to you to learn and come and sit and study? And the link and the price is right there on the screen, guys. bit.ly/getfundedgrants 2023. Stop thinking that you're going to be an automatic shoe-in for a grant when there's some knowledge that you've got to understand. Some of you guys, unfortunately, don't even know your own business model well enough yet. That's part of it too. Some of you don't know what you would do with the money if you won. That's part of it too. So at some point, again, you've got to want this enough to show up. We're going to show you exactly what most of these grant judges are looking for. Some of you are overthinking it, you're over talking it, you're overselling it, you're overextended, and that's not what they're looking for at all. But again, it's one thing we can give you. We can give you the knowledge, but we cannot make you execute. We're going to introduce you guys to some people who have really won grants. That's the number one thing people say. Well, have anybody y'all know won? I've won a lot. Tiffany's won a lot. I got a ton of people in my community, but they will all tell you this. When they apply consistently, they win. When they don't apply consistently, they don't win. That's the end all and the be all. When they say the right things, they win. When they don't say the right things, they don't win. That's it. So you have to make that determination if you're committed to these grants and not continuously pulling money out of your own pocket. You got to show up in some capacity. Again, I think you better get the ticket now. The price of the ticket is going to go up. And Ursula said it best. Consistency is definitely key. And bring a friend. Go out and invite some other business owners. Don't be the only one. If you find a lottery ticket and you know that other lottery tickets exist, why wouldn't you go out and bring at least 5 women with you? Buy a ticket for your business bestie. It's $23. Maybe one day she'll buy a ticket for you. We get to a certain number, I'm going to double the price of these tickets. And when we get to a certain number, I'm going to double the price again. The original cost for this masterclass is $197. We're doing it for $23. Get your $23 ticket now. It may be $46 tomorrow. It may be $92 the next day, and it may be $197 by Sunday. As business owners, we have an obligation to execute. We posted the link to the Venmo grant in the comments. If you didn't know that grant was available, now you know. You have until I think it's August 7th to apply, but this is not the only grant out there. There are a ton of grants out there. And they're all waiting on you. And guys, you working ladies that really want to leave your job, here's your key. You don't have to keep trying to take money out of your check. You don't have to keep trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. You need to be applying for these grants like you apply for a job. No. What do you like? I can wait. Ain't nothing though. I want to buy nothing. So guys, again, and guys, for those of you who are in the Fire Your Boss Challenge, of course, that masterclass is Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's a free masterclass. bit.ly/fireyyourboss. 2023 is the link for you to get in on that masterclass. I'm giving away some exit strategies, calls to some of the individuals. You got to be there to win. You can register at bit.ly/fireyyourboss 2023. People say, what do you do? My entire goal is helping people with the strategy they need to quit their job. That means you got to have startup capital. You got to have a business plan. You got to have a marketing plan and a profit plan. You've got to have products and services for sale. You got to have a way to sell them. And I can tell you right now, a $20 book is not the key to your exit strategy. A $100 webinar is not enough for your exit strategy. So it is 100% up to you to make sure you're doing what you need to do to position yourself to win big so you can leave your job. So I want to open it up in case anybody has any comments, anybody has any questions. Kimberly Washington said consistency and knowledge is key. You want to be great on social media? Do it consistently. You want to get a lot of clients? Do it consistently. They say repetition is the mother of all skill. So I'm going to ask again for all of those of you who are serious, who has already grabbed their ticket, because that's the season that we're walking in. You're asking the Most High to bless you, but then when he sends you out to get the knowledge, Proverbs says that knowledge comes before a financial blessing. You got to have the knowledge first. That knowledge is the mother of financial blessings. So when you get an opportunity to spend less than a pizza, and you got to start being more positive, guys. Let me say this. You've got to stop counting out opportunities. You got to stop saying things like, well, I don't think they work. If you think they won't work, they won't, because you won't do the work. See, that's called a self-fulfilling prophecy. What you won't do is make yourself a lie. What you won't do is tell a lie on yourself. This Venmo grant is just a drop in the bucket of the grants that are out there. And guys, if you want to make sure you're on our list so you don't miss a thing, make sure you go to bit.ly/grant pop-up 2023 and make sure you join. But yes, Saturday morning is the Fire Your Boss Challenge. And then Sunday night, it's the Grants Masterclass. You may want to make sure you're there. bit.ly/get funded grants for only $23. Tiffany, you want to add? And here's another thing we're going to stop doing, guys. You guys say you're interested in products and services, and then you want to get us on the phone and pick our brains, and you're not really serious about a product or service. From now on, if you haven't gone to a master class, you can't schedule any time with us. We'll send you a link and you can pay. But if you got questions, you need to be in these master classes, because that talking to you 3 or 4 times on the phone to educate you on a one-on-one basis, as many women as we're trying to help, that's not going to work. We're trying to help tens of thousands of women get the money they need to quit their job.
And one of the most important things about this is inviting other business owners. You're not the only one looking. You're not the only one you know in business. And I know when I know about the money or anything, I call my friends. Hey, do you know this is on sale? Do you know this is going on? Invite your friends, invite your family. We all know somebody, whether they're a barber, a baker, somebody's cooking food. Invite them.
I'm going to be specific. I'm not looking for the barbers and the bakers. I'm looking for women working a job that want to come off their job. That's who I'm looking for. I'm looking for women working jobs. Some of them may be working 2 jobs, that want to come off their jobs. That's what I'm looking for me. I'm looking for the women that chance. I'm looking for the women that needed somebody to sow seeds. They may not have had a family to help them get started. They don't have any entrepreneurs in their family. You know, I was a single mother with 3 kids. You couldn't have told me that these grants were available, because I would have been applying. I would have been up all night, every night, putting applications in. There would be no amount of fear that could scare me off of these applications.
And
What are
there
you
are
afraid of?
grants.
All they can tell you is no. But if you get an education, maybe you can hear some yeses. I want to say this to the working women that are ready to quit their jobs. You cannot do something you've never done before without assistance. If you've never won a grant before, why are you being so hard on yourself for not winning when you don't even know what to say, what to do? If you've never built a business before, why are you being so hard on yourself about not winning, not getting your business right when you've never done before? You've got to give yourself an opportunity to accumulate some knowledge so you can stop doing the things that are not working for you.
And there are grants available now that are that specific, that talks about single moms starting business, mothers starting, but there are several. There are several available right now. But
And you
if you're
guys
not
have
with
to
the
know
right,
where to look. You have to
right,
know what to look for, and you have to know where to say. So that Venmo grant, this is the 3rd year. The link is in the comments. We make sure it's in the comments everywhere we are. So the link is in the comments. You got to make sure you get your name in the hat. Nobody's going to do it for you. You got to come to this masterclass so you understand grants. People are saying things like, well, if we pay you, how many grants do you apply for us? That's not how grants work. And in fact, they don't even want people to apply for you. They don't. They want you to apply for yourself. So again, here is just one grant out of the 20 plus grants that we're probably going to see this month. They're giving away 20 at $10,000 each. If you don't know what to say, if you don't know what to do, then you definitely need to be in the masterclass. Make sure you go to bit.ly/get funded grants. We're giving away a mini list started when you get entry into our Working Women grant that we're going to be announcing our first winner on Sunday. Guys, you need to make sure you get your name in the hat. bit.ly/get funded grants. And stop letting $23 be the difference between you and thousands. And I'm not going to say, don't come say, you said you're going to teach me everything about grants. Not for $23. No. This is a basic masterclass so you can start to understand what it is you need to do to get your name in the hat. So guys, again, if you haven't applied for the grant, go out immediately, download the application. You are going to have a Venmo account in order to apply. So if you don't have one, go ahead and set one up. Give yourself a deadline. Don't miss out on this regardless. And again, bring some other people to the table. Okay. Anything you got to say, Tiffany, in closing?
bring 5 people. I'm challenging you to bring 5 people. Bring 5 people. You're at work sitting next to somebody that's getting off work to go do hair. You're sitting next to somebody that's getting off work to work in their digital business. Guys, help those people out because they're working because they need those funds to put into their account. And had I known that this money was out here, I could have saved thousands of dollars.
Man, if not more than that.
If not more. I know at least on coaching.
So guys, we need you guys to spread the word. We need you guys to help build community. We need you guys to understand reciprocity. We want somebody we know to win. Put it that way. Every grant is my prayer that somebody I know, somebody I've educated, somebody I've given some information to has gone out and has used it in a way that's going to help their business and the community. So guys, we're going to get out of here. I hope you heard me, took me seriously. That price on that masterclass is going to increase. I'm going to do my best to get the word out over the next few days so that nobody comes and say, I didn't know it was only $23. Now it's up to $46. I didn't know it was only $46. Now it's up to $92. I had no clue it wasn't $197. The price is going to continue to increase. So do what you need to do in order to make sure that you're in the seats on Sundays. There are replays and notes if you can't make it. Okay? We'll see you guys again this afternoon. Oh, Moni, listen. All we want to do, come on, Trophenia said she just registered. Who else registered already? This is for the real business owners. I want you to stop saying I'm a business owner if you're not willing to invest in knowledge. If you're not willing to invest in your own personal development. If you're not willing to spend the time to get in line for other people's money. Brenda says she already made her investment and purchased her ticket. Who else purchased their ticket? To me, $23 was a no-brainer. Y'all spend more than that on a plate of fish and Pappadeaux.
And what you said earlier about that pizza, a pizza is $45 when you order it online.
I'm telling you guys, the only way to fight the economic upheaval is to get in the fight and get in the line for every opportunity. Again, the Venmo grant is out. The link is in the chat. The link for the masterclass for Sunday night is in the chat. Stop making excuses about missing out on money. There's too much money available. All right. Love you guys. We'll see you guys later today.